understand, in that profession, once you ascend to where Conor has ascended to, he's probably worth a couple $100 million. Now, to set that aside, you know what? I'm going to get it out the mud. I'm in the trenches, and I'm going to go train, and I'm going to get kicked in the mouth. I'm going to get elbowed, knock my teeth out. Do you understand how hard that is?
There's no check for $250 million. So he kind of went right down the list of joking. He's kidding. You're not supposed to believe any of that to be true.
The handle number is 23.
Conor McGregor has sent a fierce warning to Logan Paul ahead of their much-anticipated fight, revealing he'll earn a staggering $250 million for the showdown. According to McGregor, negotiations for this exhibition boxing match began in December 2024, with the fight tentatively planned to take place in India. This announcement has sparked global excitement, particularly after McGregor's tweet on X featuring an Indian flag and heart emoji.
It is 80% likely to happen. Now, Ben, there's a couple things that interest me. April and the UFC.
Yeah, I think the big conversation here was that Dana White and the brass would have to be involved for this to occur, much like they were with the Floyd Mayweather fight, which is kind of funny because Dana has stated several times, I believe, that he would never do this again. This co-promotion, this boxing, endeavor just was not worth it to him. But it seems like, yeah, they might be locked and loaded to do it again. And April 2025, that's a lot sooner than I think most people would have guessed. But, again, the rights are up for the UFC. We don't know where they're going to be headed.
Hinting at the massive scale of the event. The fight, part of India's Visit India tourism initiative, is expected to make history, each fighter reportedly earning $250 million, as reported by Fightbook MMA. McGregor's tweet, which read $250 million, I'm coming, was accompanied by a picture of Logan Paul in WWE gear and an Indian flag. This potential bout comes amid McGregor's long absence from combat sports. The Irishman, now 36, hasn't fought since fracturing his leg in his UFC 264 match.
Is due to fight Logan Paul, not to be confused with Jake Paul, in India for $250 million each. $250 million is more than Tyson and Usyk combined, not even close.
Against Dustin Poirier in July 2021, while McGregor was scheduled to return against Michael Chandler in UFC 303 in June 2024. The fight fell through due to a toe injury sustained during training. Efforts to reschedule ultimately collapsed, leaving fans questioning when he would return to the octagon. Adding further complexity to McGregor's career, a Dublin High Court ruling in November 2024 found him liable for misconduct, awarding $248,603 in compensation to Nakiba Hand. This legal battle, alongside his prolonged recovery, has delayed McGregor's comeback to professional fighting. However, his history-making crossover into boxing against Floyd Mayweather in 2017 still stands out. In that fight, Mayweather extended his undefeated record to 50-0, and the two fighters split a record-breaking $410 million purse. McGregor pocketed $130 million.
So Logan Paul's fighting Conor McGregor, but we're getting scammed since originally this fight was supposed to be Jake Paul versus Conor McGregor. I don't know who got more scammed, the people that bought Crypto Zoo or Jake Paul. At least we know this fight will be a harder watch than Joe Biden going up the stairs. Regardless, I will still be watching this fight. Make sure to subscribe.
While Mayweather earned $280 million. Despite the scale of that event, the proposed fight with Logan Paul could set an even higher benchmark. Logan Paul, on the other hand, has built his reputation both in the ring and outside it. Although his boxing career is less decorated than his brother Jake Paul's, Logan has faced notable opponents, including a 2021 exhibition match against Mayweather. While no official winner was declared, Paul's performance earned him credibility. Additionally, his clashes with KSI between 2018 and 2019 were pivotal in launching the YouTube boxing phenomenon. Beyond boxing, Paul has made waves in WWE, becoming...
Conor McGregor came out and said that he had agreed to fight Logan Paul. What is the latest there? What is going on? from what I understand, there was conversations about it a while ago. I don't know if Conor just woke up in like Ibiza or something like that and decided that he wanted to talk about it today. From the last thing I heard, there was no updates there, so I don't know if he's just out of his mind and just talking about it. But Logan just had a kid. He's locked in. He's a girl dad. And so, you know, unless there's something that I haven't heard, which is very possible, I don't know what the hell Conor's talking about. But I'll say this. No matter what, I think the boxing world would love to see it. I think we're talking about two very controversial personalities. One loved and hated, two countries, two different fighting disciplines. The world watches that fight. That's another Tyson, Jake Paul. I don't care what you say, people watch that fight. So I want to see it happen.
Being one of its prominent stars. Jake Paul's boxing exploits, which include fighting legends like Mike Tyson in front of 72,300 fans and streaming to 60 million viewers on Netflix, have often overshadowed Logan's achievements. However, Logan's partnership with KSI and his ventures in combat sports have kept him in the limelight. His involvement in this fight with McGregor solidifies his position as a central figure in the growing trend of crossover boxing. Industry insiders have revealed that discussions for the McGregor-Paul fight are progressing rapidly, with the bout tentatively set for April 2025. The UFC has reportedly been involved in negotiations, indicating its support for the event. The Misfits News podcast recently discussed the matchup, with hosts Ben Davis and Beal shedding light on the UFC's role in facilitating talks. According to Beal, both McGregor and Paul are eager to make the fight happen, and April appears to be the targeted date. If finalized, this event could become one of the most significant spectacles in combat sports history. The venue, Mumbai's Wankhede Stadium, would provide a dramatic backdrop for the high-profile showdown. With India's Visit India campaign tied to the event, the fight promises to blend sports entertainment with cultural promotion, amplifying its global appeal. While McGregor's combat sports activity has been limited since his leg injury, his legacy remains intact. His brash personality, combined with his undeniable talent, has made him one of the most marketable fighters in history. The fight with Logan Paul, if it materializes, could further cement his status as a crossover star, capable of drawing massive audiences across different platforms. Logan Paul's rise from YouTube to boxing and WWE underscores his versatility as an entertainer. Despite facing criticism early in his career, he has silenced many doubters with his performances and business acumen. His involvement in this fight against McGregor is another step in his journey to redefine what it means to be a modern-day athlete and entertainer. The stakes for both fighters are enormous. For McGregor, this is a chance to re-establish himself as a dominant force in combat sports while securing a historic payday. For Paul, it's an opportunity to prove he belongs in the same conversation as the sport's biggest names. Regardless of the outcome, the fight is set to captivate millions worldwide and leave a lasting impact on the combat sports landscape. As fans eagerly await confirmation, the anticipation for the Conor McGregor vs. Logan Paul fight continues to build. Both fighters have been actively stoking excitement through strategic social media posts and high-profile public appearances, keeping the potential matchup at the forefront of combat sports discussions. With the possibility of a historic $250 million payday for each competitor, the fight is being touted as a landmark event in crossover boxing. This showdown, rumored to take place in April 2025, is set to redefine the boundaries of sports entertainment. McGregor, a legendary figure in mixed martial arts with a reputation for his outspoken persona, brings star power and experience to the ring. On the other hand, Logan Paul's meteoric rise from YouTube to boxing and WWE has demonstrated his ability to draw massive audiences across diverse platforms. Together, they promise an unprecedented clash of personalities and styles that has already captured global attention. The fight is reportedly tied to India's ambitious Visit India tourism campaign, with Mumbai's Wankhede Stadium being considered as the venue. Such a setting would not only add cultural significance to the event, but also amplify its international appeal. If the fight materializes, it could become a cornerstone of India's efforts to establish itself as a premier destination for high-profile sporting events. The UFC's involvement in the negotiations lends further credibility to the bout's potential. Industry insiders have hinted that talks are progressing well, with both McGregor and Paul eager to finalize the deal. Social media buzz and media coverage have only intensified, fueling speculation that an official announcement is imminent. For McGregor, this fight represents a chance to cement his legacy as one of the most marketable athletes in the history of combat sports. Despite setbacks, including injuries and legal battles, his star power remains undiminished. A successful showing against Paul could mark a triumphant return to the spotlight and further enhance his global brand. For Paul, the fight is an opportunity to solidify his credentials as a legitimate competitor in the world of boxing. While his professional record is limited, his performances against seasoned fighters and his ability to captivate audiences have positioned him as a key figure in the evolving landscape of crossover sports. Facing McGregor offers a platform to prove his mettle on the biggest stage yet. The financial stakes are as high as the hype. A combined purse of $500 million would set new records, reflecting the massive audience the fight is expected to draw. Beyond the monetary rewards, the event has the potential to shift perceptions about the viability and appeal of crossover boxing, paving the way for future megafights. As the clock ticks toward April 2025, fans and analysts alike are brimming with anticipation. If the financial figures and promotional momentum are any indication, this clash could be a defining moment not just for McGregor and Paul, but for the entire sport. Whether it lives up to its monumental expectations remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the world will be watching.